Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, so you're building your startup at 1,000 miles an hour, right? You're shipping features, you're pivoting on a dime, but here's the question. Is your intellectual property keeping up? Today, we are diving into the design patent race and, more importantly, how you can actually win it. So picture this. You've just launched that incredible new product. It's got a unique design, maybe it's some slick hardware, a beautiful UI, or just a really distinctive shape. First off, congratulations. But what you probably don't realize is that by going public, you've just fired the starting gun on a race you didn't even know you were in. That's right. The second your design is out in the world, that clock starts ticking. You've basically just opened the door for every competitor to study, learn from, and yeah, even copy all of your hard work. In this game, speed is literally everything. But, and this is a huge but, there's a fundamental conflict here. Your business moves at the speed of light. Rapid innovation, quick pivots. The government patent process, well, let's just say it's built on long queues and slow, bureaucratic procedures. This massive mismatch in speed creates a really dangerous gap for any new product. So what's the real cost of that gap? I mean, what does it actually mean for your business? It's way more than just a long wait time. Let's dive into the risks of a slow patent process and see why it's so incredibly dangerous for a company that's trying to grow. First up, the market risks. When the process is slow, you instantly lose control. You can't be proactive, you're just forced to react. Copycats can start flooding the market while you're just sitting there waiting, which means you're stuck playing defense and doing damage control instead of preventing the problem in the first place. And that uncertainty, it also slams the brakes on your business internally. It can slow down your whole product roadmap, and it makes it so much harder to walk into a room and pitch investors with real confidence. Think about it. A pending application, that's just a promise. And a loud patent? Now that's proof. That's leverage. And this one is crucial. It puts your entire brand at risk. You know, your brand is at its most fragile in those early days. If competitors can just release confusingly similar designs while your patent is stuck in limbo, it becomes incredibly difficult to build that distinct, recognizable identity that you need for customers to trust you. So here's the bottom line, and it's a harsh one. The market does not wait for you. Not at all. Trends change, customers find other options, and your competitors move fast. While your application is just sitting in some queue, the world you're trying to conquer is moving on without you. But it's not all bad news. You are not helpless in this process, not by a long shot. You can absolutely take control. So let's shift gears and look at the solutions, the proactive strategies you can use to get yourself out of that slow lane and onto the fast track. You know, a really common misconception is that you're just stuck with one slow, standard path. That is simply not true. You actually have several ways to speed things up, turning months of uncertainty and risk into just weeks of clarity and real protection. Okay, let's look at the tools in your toolbox. This table breaks down your options really nicely. At the top, you've got official expedited programs. These let you literally jump the queue, perfect for when you've got a huge product launch or funding round coming up. Then there's strategic filing, which is awesome for grouping related designs together to get a faster review. And finally, the one every single founder can control, the clean application, which is all about avoiding delays from the get-go. Let's really focus on that last one, because it's something every founder has power over. Honestly, the fastest path to a patent often comes from filing an application that is so clean, so well structured, that it just sails right through the examination process without hitting a single speed bump. And here is the blueprint for that perfect, clean application. It really boils down to 4 key things. First, you have to perfect your drawings so they meet the patent office's super strict standards. Second, structure any variations you have into a coherent family. Third, communicate with absolute precision. And fourth, obsessively, and I mean obsessively, eliminate all those common mistakes before you even hit send. These are the steps that remove the friction that causes most applications to grind to a halt. Now, here is a critical trap you have to avoid: premature public disclosure. The moment you show your design to the world, you start a very, very strict countdown. In many countries, if you don't file within that window, you can actually lose your patent rights forever. That forces you onto much slower, more restrictive paths. And look, these are the little things, the small, often overlooked mistakes that trigger all those extra rounds of review. Stuff like inconsistent shading in your drawings, mismatched perspectives, or giving a vague response to an examiner. Each one of those can add weeks, sometimes even months of delay. They seem so minor, but their impact on your timeline is absolutely huge. Okay, let's pull all of this together now and really reframe how we think about this whole process. It's time to stop thinking about patents as some slow, separate legal chore and start thinking about speed as a core part of your business strategy. And this slide, this says it all. Your rocket ship of a startup and the protective shield for that startup need to be moving at the exact same speed. Pushing for a faster examination isn't just some clever legal tactic. It's a fundamental business strategy. It aligns your IP protection with your market momentum, and that gives you a massive competitive advantage right when you need it most. I mean, when you look at the outcomes side by side, it couldn't be any clearer, right? The slow path leads to just reacting to problems, to uncertainty, to confusion. The fast path, on the other hand, that leads to prevention, to confidence, to a strong brand identity, and to the freedom to just keep innovating without looking over your shoulder. So the crucial question I want to leave you with is this. As you're building and pivoting and scaling your business at lightning speed, is your protection strategy actually keeping up? Or is it leaving your most valuable creative assets dangerously exposed? Think about it.